Hi, this is CM Reddy. Today our topic is basic thermodynamics. Now we are going to discuss some basics about thermodynamics. First see what is thermodynamics. First see the definition. It is the science of energy transfer and its effect on properties of system. See it is properties. What are the properties like pressure, volume, temperature. So these properties are changing in the system. Suppose this is our system. I am supplying some sort of heat. So initially this system having pressure, volume, temperature. After supplying heat, some properties are changing. That means either pressure is changing, volume is changing. So properties are changing. So that study we are going to see in thermodynamics. So science of energy transfer. Here energy is heat. We are supplying heat. So some properties are changing. So like this in thermodynamics basically our aim is to convert disorganized form of energy to the organized form of energy. Here what is disorganized form? Low grade energy, that is heat, that is converted to work. For example, I am taking internal combustion engine. Internal combustion engine. See, IC engines we usually supply chemical energy and it will convert to combustion. Combustion will takes place and the chemical energy converted to mechanical energy. Like piston movement will be there. So like this, heat is converting to the work. So like our thermodynamics we use it to study the properties while transferring the energy. Okay, clear? Now here I am telling properties of system. So what is the system? System is a, here is a thermodynamic system. System is nothing but, for example, I am taking IC engine, means IC engine is the our system. If I take a pump, that will be the thermodynamic system. If for example I am taking a compressor for seeing the energy transfers in the compressor, then compressor will be the our system. So see the definition. It is the region in space upon which the study is focused. Our study is focused on our system. So we are going to take a system, that system having some boundary, and whatever the out of our boundary, out of the boundary to the system is called surroundings. So totally called universe. So clear? It is a system, boundary and surroundings. So universe means system plus surroundings. Okay. Now we will see the types of boundaries. This boundary can be either real or imaginary. One more rigid or flexible. See these terms. For example, I am taking a water flowing in a pipe. I am taking a pipe, and if you see the surfaces, these are the real boundaries. For considering this pipe flow, if you want to analyze this flow, I am taking a cross section like this. See these cross sections. We cannot take all the entire pipe. We have to take some cross section and we have to analyze it. So I am taking these cross sections. So this is imaginary. We are imagine that this is one cross section and this is one cross section. Really, these boundaries are not there. For our analysis, we are taking these boundaries. So clear, boundary can be real or imaginary. Next, it is rigid or flexible. So for this, I am taking, this is a closed container. I am taking a closed container, for example, and there inside there is a gas, and I am supplying heat to the gas, and this is a closed one. So the boundaries are rigid. In this closed system, these boundaries are rigid. Okay, one more system. For example, I am taking piston. I am taking a container. This having piston, and inside gas is there. Now I am heating. So because of this heating, this gas volume will increase. So automatically the piston will move. So this boundary is moving. So it is a not rigid boundary. This boundary is flexible. So like this boundaries in a closed system, open system, the system will again will see the types of systems. Come to the systems, types of systems. Types of systems, we have one is closed system, second one is open system, third one is isolated system. And there are two things are there. One is mass transfer, second one is energy transfer. If you take a closed system, I am telling that mass transfer will not be there in closed system, only energy transfer. What are the energies? Heat, work, whatever the energies are transfers, but mass will not transfer in closed system. That type of system is called closed system. And come to, for example, if you take piston cylinders without walls, this is not with walls, without walls. For analysis purpose, we use it to take piston cylinder without walls and we will analyze. So this type of systems, there is mass will not be transferred, only energy will transfer, mass will be constant. So this type like these systems are called closed systems. Next, come to open systems. Open systems, mass transfer is there and energy transfer is there. Both energies are both energy transfer and mass transfer. For example, I am taking a turbine, compressor, pump. These are all mass is transferred from inlet to outlet. If I take a pump in our household, we use to see this pump. Pump will be there. Water will supply from this side and it will pump to this side. So this mass is transferring here in this case, and energy is also transferring. Water energy is transferring. So this type of systems, open systems, called as open systems. Compressor also, air inlet will be there, outlet will be there. Air will take and it will compress. Air will come from inlet and will compress and it will go out. So here also mass is transferring. Okay, clear. Open system, mass transfer and energy transfer both will be there. Next, last one is isolated system. This isolated system, I am telling mass transfer is not there and energy transfer is also not there. For example, if you take a thermos flask, well insulated thermos flask, there will not be a mass transfer and energy transfer also will not be there. Like type of systems called isolated systems. Next, come to the properties. Properties. What are the properties? Pressure, volume, example pressure, volume, temperature, density, many things are there. In these two types of properties are there. One is intensive properties, second one is extensive properties. Intensive properties means independent of mass or size. See this. Example, pressure, temperature, density. For example, I am taking a container. In this, there is a water, and I am heating from here. So there is temperature is if you measure a temperature, it will be constant. It will not depends on the mass or size. So that type of systems are called intensive properties. Pressure also same. If you measure pressure, same. It's not depends on the mass or size. And density also intensive property. Why density is called intensive property? Density is equals to mass by volume. So both are extensive. This is why mass is there, here mass is there, so automatically it will come as a intensive property. Numerator extensive, denominator also extensive, so we can say this density is intensive property. Let's come to extensive properties. Extensive means depends on mass or size. For example, volume, mass, all forms of energy. Why this? Why you call it as all forms of energy? You take kinetic energy example, half mv square. Here mass is there, and here you take potential energy mgh. Here also mass is there. So all types of all forms of energy also comes under extensive properties. Now, in basics thermodynamics, one law is there, that is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. First we'll see the definition. When a body A is thermal equilibrium with body B, body A is thermal equilibrium with body B, and body B is thermal equilibrium with C, body C, separately, then A and C are in thermal equilibrium. So what this law says, when body A is thermal equilibrium with B and body B is separately thermal equilibrium with C, then I can say A and C are in thermal equilibrium. So this is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. See, for example, if I am considering, we'll see the physical meaning of this zeroth law of thermodynamics. If you take body B as a, I am taking body B as a thermometer, and I am measuring, I am recording a temperature with A, and I got a temperature, and again I am taking this thermometer and I am recording temperature with C, and I got C temperature, and if both A and C are same, then all three are in thermal equilibrium. The like thermal zeroth law says about the thermal equilibrium. So these are all basics of thermodynamics. Mostly in a UPSC engineering service exam, if you see the types of systems, most of the commonly questions are asking in types of systems and these properties of the systems. Next class, next video, I will try to solve these previous questions of basics of thermodynamics. Thank you everyone. If this video is helpful, please subscribe. Thank you.